Hey pros, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So today we are working with my client who's about to graduate. She has all this beautiful hair, but it's super frizzy, couple of split ends, and needs some TLC. Keep watching. So today we are going to be using our newest collection, which is the Control Collection. This is our frizz and split end control system. So what wouldn't be the perfect client other than my client here, who is 100% very natural. Her hair is super tangled. She also has a lot of frizzing. She has a lot of split ends. And I wanted to show you guys how to properly use our mended frizz and split end control shampoo and deep conditioning hair mask. So first things first, if you're new to my channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and please don't forget to hit the share button. Share this video with your family, friends, Facebook, and YouTube family members. So we're gonna start off by, of course, saturating the hair really, really well. Now let's talk a little bit about the Mended collection. This collection is, as I said before, a frizz control and split end control system. Now, does this mean that you never have to follow your trim schedule? No. Does this mean that it is going to smooth the hair like a relaxer? No. The purpose of this system is to help you get a little better control for those of you who are dealing with Florida weather. That's number one. But number two, for those of you who are always seem to be very frizzy, or maybe you are in between your trim schedule and you want to have those split ends appear to be a little more sleek and, of course, smooth all at the same time. So this particular system can be used for natural, relaxed, all textures of hair, doesn't really matter. So we're going to start with our Elite Clarify. As you guys know, I clarify all of my clients on most cases about 90% of the time. And clarifying is super important, you guys. The purpose of clarifying is to remove any dirt, debris, and foreign objects from the hair and the scalp. And this is the preparation portion of your service. So I always say, even when you're at home, you guys, you should be clarifying at the beginning of your wash day to remove any excess product, to remove any buildup on the hair, to cleanse that scalp and prepare it for your amazing luxury Elite hair care products, such as the Control Collection. So I'm giving her a nice calm scrub. As you guys can tell, she is very natural. She also does have low porosity hair. I've actually been doing her hair for a couple years, and I feel old because she's graduating from college tomorrow. So basically what I'm doing, guys, is because I know that she was so tangled, I am utilizing the shampoo to my advantage by just literally taking the comb and just combing through her ends so that I can use that to allow the detangling process to not be so strenuous on her and also on me. I do this with my kids. It's a technique that I've been using for quite some time. It works really, really well. I don't do it with every client, but for my clients who have longer hair or more tangled hair, I like to start the detangling process from the shampoo. I'm just not going to thoroughly detangle her in the shampoo process. If you notice, I only did the ends because typically that's where most of the tangling is, and we're not going to make our way to the root because this is still a shampoo. Okay? Now, when we do our clarifying shampoo, of course, you want to make sure that you are utilizing warm water and you are rinsing the hair thoroughly. I'd never recommend leaving shampoo behind when you are doing your shampoo service. I always recommend rinsing thoroughly between each particular shampoo because you want to make sure that anything that's being removed from the hair, it is removed in its entirety. So your next shampoo can be an even bigger or greater success. Now, just because she's natural, you guys, that doesn't mean that she is excluded from being able to use any of our products. So that is another reason why she was the perfect candidate for our Mended shampoo and deep conditioning mask, mainly because she hasn't had a trim in quite some time, which she will still get a trim today. But I really wanted the smoothing action. I really wanted that hair to be nice and tamed. I really wanted that hair to be nice and soft, hydrated, looking healthy, feeling healthy, still having that great luster, having that frizz under control, which you guys will see during the blow dry process and the silking process. and also giving her that boost of helping to mend those split ends temporarily. Now, as you guys heard me say, this is a temporary thing. This is not a straightening system. It does not change the texture of the hair in any way, shape, or form. This is an aid. It's going to help more than hurt. This system is customized for anyone, whether you are natural or relaxed, and it helps to really just smooth out that hair, not in the sense of a relaxer, as I said before, but really to just make your hair feel a lot smoother than when you started, and also to help those ends temporarily to be mended together and get those split ends to really kind of close and hold until you are able to get your trim. So when I did her shampoo, if you guys notice, I gave her a nice soft scratch. And I also just allowed it to just kind of sit on the hair for a couple more seconds. Typically, you guys will see me rush and rinse it out. But because I know I'm doing my mended solution or mended system, I did allow the shampoo to kind of sit on the hair just for about a minute or so while I was giving her a nice scratch, because I'm starting the process of the frizz control and the split end control from the shampoo. It doesn't just start from the conditioner. It starts at the shampoo process. It starts at the clarifying process. It starts at the detangling process. It just starts at the beginning, you guys. So if you are doing this process, please follow the directions that I'm giving you guys today, because I'm really showing you guys how to be successful with this collection. A lot of you just want to follow through with your own rules, but instead do as I say, not as I do. I'm just playing. You guys do both. But this is going to really make your wash day even more seamless, and it's also going to show you how the product truly works and how you're able to achieve that nice smooth hair with less frizzing and those ends looking a lot better than when you started. Okay, so I went ahead and rinsed her thoroughly. I had some bubbles in the sink, so I really wanted to get the bubbles out because she does have a nice length of hair, and I didn't want the hair just touching the same suds that we just rinsed out of her hair. And then I'm also making sure that I'm rinsing her really well, you guys, because we are about to do the conditioning process. And I want to make sure that there's no shampoo left behind. Now, the jar and the bottle that you guys see me using, these are actually my tester jars and bottles. They actually do not look like this, you guys. The mended deep conditioning hair mask actually comes in a 12-ounce jar rather than an 8-ounce, which is what you see me using. And we've also changed the pigment in the product so it's not so strong of an orange pigment, because we want to make sure that our gray hair clients don't have an issue with getting any form of tint. So the new actual product, the actual ready mended product or collection, the control collection, is a lighter orange color. It is not as prominent as the one you see me using. I am my chemist, you guys, so I use all of my products because I want to make sure that everything is intact. So that is why I'm telling you guys now what to expect when you receive yours. Now, I did put the deep conditioning mask on her hair. You guys saw that even though she has an entire head full of hair, I did not use the entire jar for her conditioning action. This is where you really want to make sure that you're following through with the process, because this is where the magic starts to happen. And then when you get to the blow dry phase, you'll see exactly what I mean when I say the magic. Okay? So what I'm doing here is I am parting through her hair because, like I said, guys, she is somewhat tangled, especially somewhere, some different places in the roots. And I'm just kind of using some pins to pin her away. Normally, I just go straight through, get it all out. But for this particular product, I want you guys to take your time with your detangle, because I want you to give that product time to really settle in to the hair. This mask is going to, number one, hydrate the hair. It's going to also soften the hair. It's going to help with your detangling. And then I'm using a wide tooth comb, and I'm just going section by section, detangling her hair to make sure that it is all detangled and nice and smooth. This, like I said, is going to help with the process of you taming that frizz and also working through those split ends and really getting that product into the hair. So once I detangle her thoroughly, now I'm giving her a very smooth 2-strand twist. If you guys notice, my hair is looking like I'm styling her for kindergarten, the first day of school. Okay, you want to make sure that you get the hair like thoroughly detangled, very important. But you also want to make sure that you have that product from root to end, especially on the ends if you are really working with the split end control. If you're working with frizz and split end control, you want to make sure that you are going from root to end. And of course, you are detangling the hair all the way. And in the midst of the detangling, you are also making sure that you're distributing that product through the hair in its entirety. Okay. Now, once you are finished detangling that section, I always recommend you guys rope twist the hair. This is very important with this system because she's actually going to go under the dryer for 15 minutes with this particular mask. Now, even if you're fine textured, I still recommend going under the dryer because the technology in the control collection works really, really well with heat, no matter if you are low or high porosity. The only difference is if you are high porosity, your dryer time is going to be a little bit less. If you're low porosity, your dryer time is going to be a little bit more. So in her case, she went under the dryer for about 15 minutes. And then I allowed the hair to cool before I rinsed it with cool water. Now, on the flip side, if you are high porosity or relaxed, you will go under the dryer for no more than about 5 to 10 minutes. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to allow the hair to cool before you go and rinse the hair. This, number one, is going to settle in the product. It's going to close the cuticle slowly. It's also going to help that product to really bind and adhere to the hair, because with this particular technology, we are working with charges. These are called cationic charges. Charges work well when there's a negative and positive charge. Hence the reason why I recommend going under the dryer, because you want to create that charge between the hair and the hair mask, and for those actual molecules to start binding and mending and smoothing the hair. Now, once again, let me say this again, you guys. This is not a smoothing system. This is not going to change your hair texture. This is just an aid to help the hair feel and look better and smoother than when you started. Okay? So I just want to be clear so no one has to worry about saying, oh my God, it changed my texture. You don't have to worry about it changing your texture. Now, normally I would speed the video up when I'm doing this particular part of the process, but I chose not to. I wanted you guys to see this process from beginning to end so that you are set up for success when you are doing this at home. I didn't even cut the camera. I literally just made sure that I recorded everything that I did, because I want to make sure that you guys are doing this right at home rather than wrong and trying to figure it out all on your own. And then, of course, you want to just make sure that everybody's following through with all of the steps. Now, for those of you who might be triggered because you see me detangling her, guys, detangle your hair. Even if you were not using the control collection, if you were not using the Mend It, please make sure that you are thoroughly detangling your hair. Your hair life depends on it. Your hair feel, your hair texture, your hairstyle depends on how well you detangle your hair and how well you distribute the products that you are using on your hair. Regardless if you're using any one of our other Elite Hair Care products, you guys know that when it comes on to detangling, I do not miss, because I know that this is going to set me up for pure success when it's time for me to blow dry and style my client. Now that I'm done detangling her and then giving her a really smooth twist, she is going to get a processing cap on her head, which is a plastic cap, you guys. I'm not going to say I don't recommend hair steamers, but in a case like this, I do recommend a hooded dryer rather than a hair steamer. And then what you guys saw me doing is the excess product that was on my hand. I was just basically just rubbing it into the parts just to make sure that everything was covered. Now, once I put that processing cap on, as I said, she went to the dryer for 15 minutes. And we allowed her to sit under the dryer. The dryer was hot. It was a heated dryer. And then we allowed her to cool. And now she's back at the shampoo bowl for a thorough rinse. When I say thorough rinse, you guys, I mean thorough. So the water is turned to cold at this point, which you guys can tell by her eyes. This is super important as well, you guys, because this is the part of the process that is going to close the cuticle and that is going to help to mend those split ends and also help with smoothing or defrizzing the hair. Now, when you guys hear me say defrizzing, does that mean that it is going to eliminate every ounce of frizz that your hair has ever had? No. because this is a temporary system. This is a aid. This is not a texture changer. This is not a relaxer. So it is not going to literally lay every strand down, but it is going to have more control. It's going to make the hair appear healthier and smoother than when you first started, which you guys will see. Now, as I'm rinsing her, I did start to remove the twist from her hair. If you guys notice, I'm not literally roughing her hair up. So I'm trying not to create that tangling anymore. I'm just using my fingers to lift her hair up to make sure that I don't leave any conditioner behind. When you are rinsing with cool water, you do have to rinse longer than if you are rinsing with warm water. So keep that in mind as well. This is definitely a place where you don't want to leave any product in the hair. You want to make sure that a conditioner is thoroughly rinsed. Leaving conditioner in the hair for too long actually hurts more than it helps because it dehydrates the hair. It can cause a lot of breakage and it can cause product overload or product buildup on the hair. So just make sure that you're thoroughly rinsing your hair out before you move on to the leave-in conditioner phase. Now, since I've mentioned leave-in conditioner, the Mended collection actually does not have a leave-in conditioner just yet, because we are still mastering the technology on the leave-in conditioner, which we're right there. But I wanted to go ahead and roll out the beginning phase of the collection, and then we start adding products to it later on down the road. So you guys will see a leave-in conditioner come. You'll see some other products that will be coming out for the control collection, which are other aids in frizz control and split-end control as well. Now that I'm done rinsing her with that cool water, which as you guys can tell, that was a quite some time rinse, I'm going to go ahead and squeeze out the excess moisture from her hair. Okay, super important. And then I'm still going to apply a leave-in conditioner. Before today, I decided to use the Hydra Strength leave-in conditioner, and then I also sprayed her with our thermal blow dry heat protectant spray, which is going to serve as our heat protectant because she is getting a soak press and a blow dry as well. So that does not mean because you don't have the leave-in conditioner for the control collection yet, it doesn't mean you're going to skip out on the leave-in conditioner. You're still going to apply your leave-in conditioner as you would whenever you had your regular wash day. So today, like I said, I used the Hydra Strength on her, and I only gave it a couple pumps. She does have a lot of density, so keep in mind that's why I use a little bit more. And then for the blow dry heat protectant spray, I was very generous with it on her hair, because I know that she has a lot of density and I wanted to make sure that she had good coverage for her heat protection when we go to do her blow dry and her silk press. Now, again, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button, please. Don't be a scumina. You guys always hear me say that. But just make sure that you hit that subscribe button and make sure you thumbs up this video and also comment what you guys think about the end result. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going through and I am parting her out, detangling her once again, and rope twisting her again, nice and smooth for her to go under the dryer. Now, I do recommend that this part of the process that you do make sure that your twists are thoroughly detangled and that your sectioning is in the right position. So if you have a lot of hair, more hair than her, then you probably are going to have more than 4 twists. In her case, I was able to control her with 4 twists, so I was okay. But if you're doing this at home and this is just too much hair for you to work with, maybe you're working with your child or something, you can do more sections. This is just what I chose to do today, okay? Now, I want you guys to take note how her hair has already began to look a lot smoother than when we first started, because her hair was severely dehydrated when we first started, and those ends were rough. They were super rough. I detangled her ends a couple times. I did. I detangled her dry first. I detangled her through the shampoo. I detangled her again through the conditioner, and I'm detangling her again through us preparing to put her under the dryer for her to go and dry. Now, I don't recommend going straight into the blow dry. If you don't have a choice, you do what you have to do. But most of my clients, about 99% of them, go under that dryer for a minimum of 20 to 30 minutes just to get the excess moisture out so I can make the blow dry seamless. And it also helps with the frizz control and the split-end control as well. So these little tips that you guys have learned from me over the years are what we use to catapult this new particular collection, because these tips are things that I've been doing even before this collection. So this is now something that you've mastered. So this will be super simple for you because we've learned how to do this time and time again before this collection released. Now, you guys, this collection actually comes out May 19th. It launches on May 19th. But here's a secret. Are you ready? Pull in, come in close. The collection is on pre-sale up until May 14th, and you get an additional 15% off. It's already being deducted. No code is needed by going to elitehaircareusa.com. The reason why I'm whispering is because we only have 50 of each, which is 50 of the shampoo and 50 of the conditioner, and that is all we are releasing during the pre-sale. So get it while it's hot, because once those are gone, you have to wait for the launch. Okay, thank you. You can move back now. All right, so I want you guys to pay close attention at this part of the process. I am blow drying her, and I want you guys to notice how the hair is nice and smooth, like butter. That blow dryer is going through the hair. Those ends are looking nice and tamed. That hair is looking nice and tamed. Yes, she still needs a trim, you guys, which is why I tell you guys, even though it's split in control, nothing is going to take away from the fact that you need a trim. While this is going to help you look a lot smoother than normal, you still have to follow your trim schedule. Okay, so I do not want you guys to try to put the Mend It in place of getting your trim during your actual trim schedule. That can never be eliminated, you guys. That is a part of the maintenance. So this is like adding fertilizer to a plant as it is growing. The fertilizer is going to help the plant. It's going to boost the plant. It's going to make the plant look a lot healthier, bloom a lot better, come out a lot nicer, smell a lot better, probably feel a lot better. And at the same time, it's still doing and still requiring you to do your normal maintenance. You still got to prune it. You still got to water it. You still got to take care of it. It is the same thing, you guys. But the Mend It is just, changing hair lives. Look at how smooth this hair is. Look at how smooth her hair is. Oh my gosh. I had to throw that in there, you guys. Anyhow, you guys, I'm just going through with the blow dryer and I'm just blow drying her out. I am going to stop talking for a few, let you guys watch the rest of the blow dry process. And then, of course, we're going to go into the silk press, in which we did what we call a textured press because she wanted curls. So you guys just stay tuned. All right, so now the blow dry is complete. And I'm just going to be using our H2 Pro 1-inch titanium iron to do her textured press. When we say a textured press, you guys, it basically means that instead of just pressing her out bone straight and then going back and styling her or curling her, I am curling and silking her all at the same time. The reason for this is because she wanted to keep a lot of the density in her hair. She wanted some really large, dense curls. So she wanted that body. She wanted that volume. A textured press is great for those of you who don't necessarily want the hair to be bone straight. You want it to be smoother or silkier than before, of course, but you also want to maintain the density, and you sometimes want more curl than straight. Now, while I'm doing her press, you guys, I want you guys to take note of how shiny the hair is. Take note of how smooth the hair is. And I am not working hard to do this press, you guys, at all. I'm literally just taking my time and just going down the shaft to ensure that my press is also nice and smooth. Now, I have not sprayed anything on her hair. I have not greased her scalp at all. I did not add any silicone to her hair to give her an added boost or added heat protection. The only thing that we did today was the Mend It shampoo and deep conditioning mask, the Hydra Strength leave-in spray, and also the thermal blow dry heat protectant spray. That's it. Now the smoke you're seeing, you guys, is because we did use the thermal blow dry heat protectant spray. That is heat protectant that you guys are seeing with the smoke, or the, I wouldn't really call it smoke because smoke stays. I can't think of the word, but this is not smoke. So nothing's burning. It doesn't mean that she has a ton of product left on her hair. That is the heat protectant coming in contact with a hot iron and doing its job. So that is why you guys see the smoke, but it should dissipate. If you did this right, you guys, the smoke does not stay in the room. It dissipates. Okay, it dissipates. All right, good. So I'm going to let you guys watch the remainder of the curl process. And then we're going to actually trim her with the curls in her hair. And you'll get to see her ends as we are trimming her as well. All right, so now that we are done doing her curls, I'm just gonna go through with a wide tooth comb and give her a light trim on her ends. Now, if you had based her hair off of when we first started the silk press or the process for this service, remember her ends were super jacked up, you guys. Now look how much I'm actually trimming now that the service is complete. Can I get an amen for the Mended, please? Mended has literally changed the hair game for her and for you. Her ends are now at the point where we're doing minimal trimming. Oh, Lord. When we first started, I was just in my head like, you haven't had a trim in like 10 years, which probably is about true. But with this particular situation, now that we have done this entire process and we've done it correctly, her trim is minimal, which is exactly what I pride myself on. Because when we are in the chemistry phase of these products, I'm telling myself, like, Lord, please let this work. It's like a wing and a prayer when you're doing these things, because you can literally use 1 ounce too much of something, 1 ounce too least or too less of something, and it literally has to start over from scratch to make this formula work. And when I tell you, I am so excited of the outcome of the success that I know Mended is going to give most of you. This is an entrepreneur's dream. Now, you guys, look at that hair. Look at how silky that hair is. Look at how smooth that hair is. She still has the body. She still has that volume. Ooh, come through. And then I decided that, this is the perfect time for me to test out our frizz control serum that we will be releasing coming soon. It's not ready, you guys. But I wanted to see, because this is a silicone-based serum, but it is super lightweight. So it is going to really help to seal the hair. It's not going to weigh the hair down, no matter if you are fine textured or you have a lot of density or low porosity or high porosity, whatever you are. So I wanted to see how it would feel on her hair, if it was going to change her hair, if it was going to make it too heavy. And really all it did was just literally blend everything together. It allowed her to keep that body, number one, which was great, because I really needed to see this work on someone's hair before I could say, yes, this is the final product. So she allowed me to use it on her hair. And then because she's having a photo shoot today, as I told you guys, she's graduating tomorrow, we decided to do a bun on her so that she could keep the density and the volume in her curls. She didn't want it to go straight. So we're going to use our meticulous bun that you guys always see me doing to my long hair clients. So this is like just one big pin curl, and it allows her to keep a lot of that volume, a lot of that curl in her hair, for her to be able to make it to her shoot and still have that luscious hair when it's shoot time. So while we're doing that, you guys, please comment down below and tell me what you guys think about Mended. Tell me what you guys think about the finished result. Tell me what you guys think about the smoothness of the hair, the healthiness of the hair, the healthiness of her ends, the fact that we only had to trim a little bit versus a lot of it. I made that up. But the fact that we were able to lower the amount of hair that we had to trim by simply using a temporary shampoo and conditioning mask that changes the hair game forever. Shout out to Elite Hair Care, please. Okay, put some fire emojis in the comments, okay? Anyway, you guys, as I said, Mended is on pre-sale right now until May 14th, 2023, where you'll save 15%. No code is needed. All you have to do is visit EliteHairCareUSA.com and stroll down to either our featured section or go to the Mended collection, and you'll be able to see both products. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I hope everybody has an amazing rest of your day. Mended out. Bye.